Hello everybody and welcome back. I am KRX. We're going to be taking a look at Potion Craft, a indie game in early access right now on Steam. It is relatively recently released, but presumably it'll be getting a bunch of updates and things over time, and it might be in early access for a while. We don't know, but let's just check it out in its current form and just sort of, have some commentary on it, look at some gameplay for it, and yeah, just kind of take a look at it and just have it archived on our channel with some thoughts on it. Now I've played. I started a new save, and I played it for just a few minutes just to get through some of the tutorial stuff. We'll end up talking about how sort of the game works and how it's structured and such as you go. But we're just going to resume here, and we're basically at the start of the game. We haven't really done anything except for gone through the teeny tiny tutorial. The game actually, to be fair, the game does successfully get you into the game nice and quickly and without too much real issue or confusion or anything like that. In fact, there'll probably still be some help aids that do pop up and such as well. Right now, we're actually in our bedroom in the top of our Alchemist hut, and we're on day 2. So day 1 is kind of the tutorial. We can use these little arrows here to kind of come down and move about. And essentially this is our alchemy map. We can see that on this map we've explored part of it, right? There's sort of this fog of war aspect. And we can see like a health potion over here, and we can see a poison over here. And we have various ingredients, and if we hover over these, we can see how it moves this center icon. And if we move this, if we can successfully combine these ingredients in such a way that we move on top of these other potion icons, we actually get to create those potions. So, and then the other thing we can check, so up is the attic, we go to the bed if we want to go to day 2, or I guess move to day 3 in this case. Here's the map where we actually use the ingredients that we have to try to move this icon. We'll see how that works in a second, to actually make potions. And then if we come over here to the garden, great, we're in the garden. We can actually harvest some things today. So we got some additional ingredients of the same kind. It looks like, oh, this looks new. Okay, so that's a green mushroom that we have. And you can see that each of these mushrooms, if we actually, mushrooms and herbs and such, if we hover over these, we can see actually, it tells us, okay, the water bloom is good for moving the icon to the right. And the fire bloom is good at moving the icon to the left. And the wind bloom goes up, and the terraria goes down, and the green mushroom kind of goes down down into the right. It looks like, yeah. Actually, we got a bunch of stuff here. We got some witch mushroom, up and to the right. It looks like the weird mushroom kind of goes down, and then it kind of goes slightly to the right, but it kind of goes way down and then shifts back around and stuff. And interestingly enough, again, you're trying to, and those are ones that we've had. Actually, we've got a lot of mushrooms over here. The goblin shroom, that goes down, it looks like, and this goes, the shadow chanterelle goes kind of similar to the witch mushroom, right? But the witch mushroom kind of hooks up, and the shadow chanterelle kind of loops back down a little bit. And you can see how like these actually do put us in different parts of the map. And the thing is, if we can more accurately put this icon on top of the potion, like more exactly, we can actually make stronger and stronger potions depending on how perfectly it lines up. So these little micro movements can actually be really, really important for the potion. If we go to the left, we actually go to our storefront, and we can actually, people will visit and they're going to ask us for potion. Alchemist, give me a healing potion. A bandit shot me through the shoulder, not in the knee, with an arrow yesterday, and the wound isn't serious, but I can't lie around for a whole month. I need to get back to work soon. Seems like a perfect opportunity to have taken an arrow to the knee. To offer the potion, place it on the scales. Okay. Do we have any? We don't have any potions. We got to make a healing potion. This guy needs a healing potion. He's injured. So, and I believe we actually have the option just to send him on his way. Be like, sorry, dude, can't help you. And then we'll start helping the next guy. But in this case, I think we can make a healing potion. We know where the healing potion is. However, we are going to want to use some of these ingredients to actually explore more of the map, because this map is quite large, and there'll be potions much further out, much harder to get to, that will require more herbs and mushrooms and things to get there. But for now, we basically kind of just want to, and we can see, okay, the water bloom, and we can see a highlight of it here, goes way to the right, and then this goes down. In fact, those things might actually line up together, which would be kind of neat. Okay. But here's the thing, if we put in the water bloom just raw, if we just move it into the cauldron just raw, it'll only go halfway. See how there's sort of the dashed line that's filled in? That's how much it is if we do it raw. In order to get it to go all the way, we actually have to grind it. See, now we're moving it farther along. So now it can actually reach, so we grind it in the mortar with the mortar and pestle. Put it in the cauldron. And we can just add the next ingredient at this point. And you can see it's updated where we're now moving from. We're now moving from the X. Moving from the X. Okay, so we want to grind this. That'll get us pretty close. In fact, it looks like we might be able to get a potion of a higher quality here. Because while this X is not perfectly in the center of this potion, right? So instead, we actually could... Let's add this. Now this is going to overshoot it to the point where we might not even be able to make the potion, but we're going to stop stirring because now we actually move along the dashed line. We're getting little bits of XP on the way. So we need to stir this pretty delicately if we're going to try to line this up. Oh, level 2. Okay, so there's one final thing that we can consider here. And that's the solvent. The water will actually... So water, this solvent here... I think solvent's the right word. This will actually move it back into position. Level 3. Okay, level 3 healing push. That's pretty dang good. Now, let's actually cook this thing up. So let's use the blower here. I forgot what this thing is called. This heated pump thing. The blower for stoking the coals. Stoker. And let's actually get this thing made. Okay, let's save this recipe. Actually, this is a level 3 healing potion using relatively low... We can see just based on how many ingredients we started with, and the ingredients that when we went and we picked up a wild bloom from the farm, we got like 4 wild blooms, like 4 or 5 of them. Whereas when we picked up all these other mushrooms, we only got 1 of them. So we can kind of tell that these ones are kind of special and rare, and probably more expensive. These ones are kind of the cheap ingredients that you just have in abundance. So in this case, we were able to make a level 3 healing potion on the cheap, which is really, really cool. We did have to use the extra terraria to get a little bit further south, but we did using a little bit of water to kind of pull it back. So the water, what the water does is when you add it, it slowly pulls the potion back to the center of the map, wherever you're at. So if you overshoot it a little bit, because of the zigzagging of the actual ingredients, you can use water to magnetize it back to the center slightly. And again, to get level 3, you have to be pretty precise. And he only needed level 1, I mean, to be honest, but he'll probably pay more for level 3. We'll have to see on that. And it didn't really cost us much of anything else. So let's actually make a fancy potion here. But we can actually go in here and change the shape of it and stuff. What looks like a healing? There's no heart-shaped. This kind of looks okay. Kapow! It's like a sun with a heart because it's just that amazing. To signify the overwhelming power of this healing potion. So we're going to save this recipe. And when we save the recipe, and we can actually go to our recipe book over here, I believe. In fact, I'm going to get rid of this one. This is what the tutorial has you do. This is just a boring level 1 healing potion using basically the same ingredients. Except for we used 1 more terraria, and all of a sudden we now have a level 3 healing potion, which is like, I mean, that's like the best of the best. We're going to move our little markers right here. Level 3 strong potion of healing. Booyah. Little bit of water added, it says, and it'll automatically... Now what happens is, if we want to make this, it's not going to let us do it right now, I don't think, but oh, because we got to finish the potion first. Okay, finish. Booyah. Now if we go to our recipe book, we can actually just craft these. It's actually saying that we have enough ingredients to do this 6 times. We can make 6 strong healing potions with the ingredients that we have currently. And it's going to just literally use exactly what we just did, exactly in the same amounts and the same quantities and everything. In fact, we just got some experience. We just got a ton of experience for making a level 3 potion. We completed some of our objectives. So we can see that one of the things that we're working on in this game is the Alchemist path. So some of these things were things that we did in the tutorial. Sell a potion to a customer. We're about to do that. Buy something from a merchant. We'll do that when a merchant shows up. Go down into the basement. Ooh, what's down into the basement? Okay, the basement is completely... This alchemy machine is badly damaged. Find a merchant who can sell you parts for a new alchemy machine. Okay, so that was one of our objectives. This is, to be fair, this is kind of like a tutorial in a sense, but there's so many chapters here. And you can see that, like, save a new recipe, create a potion with an effect of tier 3. So we got a lot of experience for that. Create a potion with a custom appearance or name. Oh, okay, so even just doing that. Now, we don't know what we need to do for chapter 2, but it's recognizing, or chapter 3, but it's recognizing we actually completed these objectives in these chapters. And you can see there's actually a massive amount of chapters. And there's actually a lot of stuff to do and a lot of stuff to progress into. There's a decent amount of progression in this game for its current state, and there's going to be a lot more added through the early access and stuff. It's actually kind of already pretty expansive for just a chill. I think it's like a $10 game. Is it 10 or maybe it's $15? I'll have to double check that actually. I want to say it's 10. Anyway, so we could see that that these are some things that we could be sort of working on, and some of these things will just automatically create a potion of poisoning. Okay, create a potion of fire, create a potion of frost. Well, we know how to make, we at least kind of like conceptually know how to get down here where the potion of poison is. We don't even know where the potion of fire even is on this map. Although there are some ways that we can intuit potentially where it is. And we can see that these dashed lines here seem to be leading us to potions. Right? So if there's a potion over here somewhere, and a couple up here, one up here, one over here, one over here, and actually you can see there's kind of a fate. It's saying even further out there's one there, and almost looks like there's definitely more than it's even saying right here. It looks like there's a couple of them out here, and you know, a few of them out here and stuff. So we'll have to use ingredients to just go exploring the map. Like, for example, you can see how if we use the wind bloom, right, we would literally just be going up here, and actually that's leading towards the dashed line, so we wouldn't know what we'd find, but we'd just be exploring. Okay, this person needed a healing potion. Here's the healing potion. They'll sell it for 25. Now, to be fair, we didn't spend much to make this, but this is a level 3 healing potion, man. You could do better than this. Now, he's a low-level customer, so he's probably not going to pay much. Eventually, customers will pay more than something like 25. But we just take our potion, we just put it right here, and he's like, whoa, see that little like whoa, like he's really into it. He's really, this potion is perfect. But we could try to haggle him, and the haggling is like a quick mini game. When it starts, it's just boom, boom, boom. But essentially what we want to do is we want to sort of start haggling by just, when it's on the yellow bits, you kind of just try to click. There we go. We got up to 28. That's pretty good. And you can push down. What you're trying to do is you're trying to push down this scale. As the scale goes down, once it hits the table, you're done. You've maxed out your ability to haggle. But if you miss those, if you miss the click points as the back and forth mini game is scrolling over the yellows, if you miss those, it'll actually drag down your potion, and they'll start paying less. So there is kind of a consequence if you're not good at the mini game. And you don't have to haggle. Haggling also tends to reduce other benefits that you get from selling potions, like your popularity, or your does it affect your reputation? I think you get less popularity if you haggle. People kind of just intrinsically, you have a higher popularity, people will just like dealing with you better if they know it's just a price. They just offer a price and you accept it. Good afternoon. We have trouble in our village. Invasive beetles have taken up in our wheat fields. They're eating our harvest, and they're doing it fast. We need to poison them. We need to poison them all, or our harvest is completely doomed. Okay, let's go back and try to make a poison now. But I will say that actually we have some experience. We have some talent points here because we made that level 3 potion and just went absolutely berserk with our XP. So now we actually have some talent points we can put in. Because we're at level 6. Alchemy Map Visibility Radius. Increases the radius on the Alchemy Map, allowing you to explore new areas faster. Additional bonuses appear on the Alchemy Map that give XP when collected. Green books. These bonuses appear in random locations or are updated every day. So this means that these little books that give us XP when we explore the map, we'll get new ones that will sort of just propagate. It'll refresh them, and we'll be able to continue. Every time we make a healing push, we'll be able to get more XP when there's new books that propagate. So I've already hit level 1 for that one, but trading prices become 5% more profitable. Haggling, you can haggle up to 5% more of the original price. I would say that money is not really like as much of an issue. It'd be cool to actually have more Alchemy Map radius so we can see where we're going. And it seems like getting more XP kind of just change, like this stuff we use XP to get these skills. So it kind of makes sense to get a lot of XP built up, right? Get a lot of XP built up and then use that to just, more, snowball more quickly, progress more quickly. That makes sense to me. So we need to make a poison. Okay. Now, okay, we're going to need to go down somewhat, right? We're going to need to move this down in a general sense. And actually, we're going to need to move it left. So the fire bell actually will bring us left. What else do we have for down? Oh, wait a second. Oh, that seems decent. Seems decently aligned. I'm just wondering, do we start with a fire? The fire bell is not going to get us all the way there. I'm gonna start with a fire bell, and we gotta grind this up to get the full distance. We might actually have to use 2 fire bells for this. Well, actually, see how that kind of hooks leftward? I wonder if the weird mushroom, fire bell plus weird mushroom, might end up being pretty good. Okay, let's just zoom this out because we definitely want to go the full distance there. Ooh. See, the weird weird shroom would probably get us where we need to go, I suspect. See, if we just go with the cheapy ingredients here, we're going to be able to make the poison. It's not going to be level 2 or level 3. Now, we don't have many of these weird shrooms, so do we want to use it on this? I mean, we could make a level 3. What we'd want to do is we'd want to grind this just barely grind this a little bit, not a full grind, and try to get this lined up so that the potion is over here, and then use water to bring it back on this straight line towards the center and hopefully get a level 3. Like if we're going to do this weird shroom, we want to get a level 3 because we don't really know how valuable this thing is, but we assume it's more valuable than just the other junk. What the heck, let's go big or go home. Let's try to get a level 3. So again, it's kind of like it's okay to overgrind this a little bit because this is the final ingredient in the chain. If we were trying to chain another ingredient onto that X, like to expand off of that X, we would need to grind this very precisely. But since this is the final grind, I don't want to undergrind this. So we're gonna just a little, okay, just a little bit. There we go. I just didn't want to accidentally not be able to get far enough, but the stir is really going to be the most important thing here. So we're going to stir this, but very delicately. And we're kind of just trying to line it up. And actually, I believe we can do water and then continue the stir. Oh, is this good? Is this going to be level? It's level 3. Booyah. In fact, we could still stir it down and right a little bit, and we could still bring water to bring it up a little bit. So we could make this even more perfect, but you know what? This is pretty good. Let's make... Oh, this looks like a fair poison. Although I'm not liking I'm not liking how this looks against it. The bottle's too small. That actually kind of looks like... well, that looks like medicine or something. Oh, that... I don't know. Who knows? Oh, we haven't... Sorry, we have to actually... we have to cook it. We gotta cook this sucker. There we go. Now it's green. It's got the poison thing. Is there... Oh, we could just do... Yeah, we could just do skull and... Ooh, that looks pretty scary. There we go. So that'll be good. That looks nice. Let's save this recipe as well. This is a level 3 strong potion of poisoning. However, we do not have the weird shroom in order to actually replicate this again. Oh, we've already cooked it. So there we go. We've now have that potion. That's what this guy wants here. We could haggle this guy again. This is expensive. We used a weird shroom on this. I mean, that's decently expensive, so I wouldn't mind. As long as we're pushing it down. There we go. That's pretty good. See how it's at the table? That's basically as good as you can get there. 37 bucks. Not bad. Not bad. So had some strange soup for lunch today, and now I don't feel so good. Oof. Do you have anything for a troubled gut? No more gastronomic adventures for me. He needs a healing potion. Needs a healing potion. So let's go to our recipe book, where we have a strong healing potion. And let's brew this recipe. Booyah. Oh, you really like that. We could continue to haggle him. It's kind of like, why not? It looks like this doesn't get going until you first click. And then you start clicking, and then it's go time. There is an element of speed here because you can kind of see how it wants to get back to even or maybe even go. Once you get started, it kind of fights you on that a little bit. Potion is perfect. Let's go. New Alchemist. I'm a local herbalist. I gather plants and sell them. You want to see what I have for sale? I have something that might interest you. Yeah, let's see what you have. Tangleweed. 40. Holy cow! 40 coins for a fire bell. Like just a generic thing? Yeah, the prices here are just absolutely insane. They're just completely insane. Oh wait, is it 40 for the entire stack? No, it's each. These are each. So 34. I mean, we're barely selling the potions, level 3 potions for 30 gold. So you're telling me it's going to cost, but that tangleweed really does kind of zip around him. That tangleweed really does go far. It might be nice to have a tangleweed. We have money. I mean, what else is money meant to be spent on? You know what I mean? As far as we know. Well, we do need to get that alchemy machine repaired. That's going to cost a certain amount of money. What the heck? Oh, we can even haggle down the price. Let's try haggling down the price of the... I've gotten a lot better at that, I gotta be honest. Oh, okay, back. Never mind. So they got upset. We haggled them on... We made a deal. We haggled them. And then we tried to add to the deal thinking, okay, well, I guess if I'm going to get them for this cost, I might as well get 2 tangleweeds. But then she was really upset and it immediately actually forced the maximum price on the item. And I was like, okay, well, never mind. We'll survive without the tangleweed. We'll survive without. Strong and fast-acting poison. Okay. Oh. We can't make. We don't have the weird shroom. We cannot make the level 3 poison right now. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to make a new one. We need this to probably be. He wants a strong one specifically. Oof. We're to try to get to level 2. But this is going to be sketchy. Yeah, unfortunately, this would be a bummer if we didn't at least get level 2. See, the thing I'm worried about is, see how that fire bell actually hooks upwards before it goes downwards? So I'm a little bit worried that this is actually not going to work. And we're barely going to miss the level 2. See, like, that might be a little bit too high. Well, I guess technically we could fix it by adding a another Terraria, but we're using a lot of Terraria. Okay, the stirring here needs to be very precise. Level 2. We're not going to get a level 3 just on this line. There's no way this becomes a level 3. We're going around the potion too much. We're going to make the level 2, call that good. Let's cook it. Finish the... And hope that a level 2, he says strong, but... Oh, he liked it. Good, good, good. Okay, he likes it. Ideally, we would have made him a level 3 and he would have been super happy. Oh, he actually wanted something even higher grade than this? Oh, no. He was still happy with it, but... Okay. I have summoned to deal with the ice elemental tormenting the mountain village. An ordinary sword is useless against elementals, but if you can give me a fire potion, I can coat my blade with it and take that elemental down. So now we need to make a fire. Oh, what is this? See, we don't know what this is, right? This could be the fire potion. So the reason why... So here's the thing. The fire bell gets us to the left. Gets us to the left. So it kind of makes sense... It kind of makes sense, right? That fire would need, like, a fire bell would be involved, right? The fire bell would be used in the fire potion. It's also saying there's something out here. It's hard to say what that is. You know what? Well, let's go for this potion here. I don't think we're going to be just shy of getting a level, getting a level 2. I mean, we could use another wind bloom. It'd be this is only the second wind bloom we've ever. You see, there's another potion out here to the left. That would be like fire bloom, fire bloom, fire bloom. So this to me just intuitively seems like it could be the fire potion. But we can cook this and just see what we get. Oh, we got a light potion. Okay, so that could be useful if anyone needs like a night light when they're sleeping. Okay, let's grind this out. Let's get over here as best as we can. Let's make this fire potion. 1 fire bell. 2 fire bells. So we haven't bumped into them yet, but these skull and crossbones on the map, you actually need to zigzag around those things. And these Maelstorms here will actually suck you in as you try to get by them. So it's kind of like you have to kind of like stir past them. So these things will actually kind of bump you off course. And these things here will actually just cause you to fail the potion entirely, which is really not good. Dang. This is a 3 fire bell recipe, literally. Grind it up. There we go. But now we have to make a decision. Do we use a wind bloom? Do we use a wind bloom? To try to get a level 3. I mean, these are relatively cheap, right? Okay, we don't need to grind it. Although there is a reason why I'm going to grind it. Because if we overshoot this, I think we'll have a chance to get a level 3 on the... No, the angle's not right. No, we got to be really delicate with the stirring here. Now there's an extremely faint line right here to the right of the potion that's aiming inward that you can line up with this dotted line for the water to know when to use the water. So technically, and then now you can see there's that little watermark, that arrow. Just bring it up just a touch. Whew, level 3. Level 3 fire potion. Unfortunately, it uses 3 fire pills. If we had to make another one of these, we'd only be able to make 1 more. Let's cook it. Boom. Strong potion of fire. Ooh, that actually is perfect for that. Circle looks good. Let's save this recipe. Just because why not? We can save a limited number of recipes. 6 in this case, but we can eventually get more. We can get more pages in our recipe book, and we can get more tabs and things like that. So actually, I guess that moves along the tabs. We can get more of these tabs though, but it costs money. It's something that we can invest in. It's part of the progression. This guy wanted this gal wanted a fire. Oh, that's like 48 gold. Okay, that's a good amount of gold. But again, these herbs are expensive to actually buy them from the merchant. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, we missed the haggle point there, but we're making 54 from a single potion. Let's go. Let's go. What a coincidence. Command sent me to find an elemental tool too, but this one is a fire elemental. He's gotten into the habit of strolling through the wheat fields lately and starting fires. Do you have anything that can cool him down? Okay. So in this case, we actually need something. We actually need to now make a frost potion, which you can imagine might be opposite of a fire potion. So it might be this one over here. It could be this one up here. It's probably one of these ones over here, just intuitively. Makes sense. But guys, I think we're going to take a pause here in this series, and then we'll come back for the next episode and keep kind of poking around and playing some more potion crafting, exploring more that this game has to offer. Thanks everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. I read all the comments, so if you guys have questions, post them down below, and I'll definitely read them and respond to them. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.